Hey fellow PoE nerds, it's Besnickety here, and I am back for PoE 3.23 Affliction League. I sat down to make this video about 3 times, and every time I stopped because I kept stalling and I had analysis paralysis and I could not figure out what on earth I wanted to play for League Start. I even threw together a PowerPoint, which I don't normally do, which was my way of procrastinating but still feeling like I was doing something productive. This league looks nutty. I am very excited to play, so let's jump into my not so short list of potential league starters. Deciding what the crap I was going to play at League Start was a really difficult decision. The only thing I knew for sure is that I was not going to play minions. The last few leagues I have League started as Poison SRS, and I decided that I needed to give it a rest and actually do something different because it was getting a little bit stale. After a lot of faffing around and looking at a lot of different POBs and build guides, I decided I was going to play as a ranger. We all know I am a Pathfinder enjoyer and I'm going to want to play one at some point in the league, so if I level as one, then I have a ranger ready to go if I want to play a Pathfinder. When I play a Pathfinder, let's be honest. The 4 options I narrowed myself down to were Palsterons, Poison, Caustic Arrow, Ballista. Initial reactions to the Caustic Arrow of Poison were a bit mixed, however, as soon as I saw it I knew I wanted to give it a whirl. I really enjoy Poison builds and Caustic Arrow. I think it has a lot of potential, could be a lot of fun. I enjoy the play style. Not so keen on Ballistas, but as a league starter it's fine and I can always transition. The next option I gave myself is Crouching Tuner's Lightning Arrow. Always a banger, solid choice, very good build guide. Is slightly squishier than I would probably like as a league starter. However, I have league started Lightning Arrow in the past and quite enjoyed it, so I'm pretty sure it would be a solid pick. Third option, Zizzarin's Toxic Rain Ballistas. Can transition into the Poison Artillery Ballistas, which are pretty insane. This is my backup. It's a very solid, very chill league start. However, there is a pretty good chance that I'm going to take a risk this league and league start as Lightning Strike. I was very intrigued by the Lightning Strike of Arcing when I saw it in the Transfigured Gems. It's a risky option, but nostalgia is biting me really hard here. As soon as I saw this Transfigured Gem, the temptation hit me. I league started Lightning Strike in 3.19 and it was pretty much the only good thing about Calandra League, so I have real nostalgia for this skill. I haven't played it since the nerfs that it got in 3.20 and I have been hanging out for a bit of Lightning Strike goodness. I also haven't played a Trinity skill in the last couple of leagues. I've been playing a lot of dot builds, so playing some kind of Elemental, Trinity, Chaining, Lightning Strike really does tickle my fancy. We don't yet know how difficult it's going to be to pick up the specific Transfigured Gems that you need. Copium is telling me it's going to be fine. Chances are I am going to be playing Lightning Strike at League Start. And then if it all goes pear-shaped, I'll swap over to Toxic Rain Ballistas and it will be fine. That's what I'm telling myself. I also had a bit of a think about what the crap I'm going to play later on in the league, and there's probably going to be some minion action going on. I want to mess around with Carrion Golems again. It's been quite a few leagues now. Probably 6-7 leagues since I've played Carrion Golems. They were one of my favorite builds of all time. I'm hoping they get good Transfigured Gems. Fingers crossed. I'm going to be able to play a Carrion Golem build. I will most likely play the Caustic Arrow of Poison, some kind of build around that if I don't play it at League Start. It could be fun to mess around with for MF. I did a lot of MF last league, so I'm not sure if that's what I want to do this league. I am going to see how I feel about that. I'm also very interested in Blade Vortex and Blade Blast of Unloading. I had a lot of fun with a Bladefall Blade Blast build in Harvest, and I've got a bit of nostalgia going on with that as well. So I might end up messing around with Blade Vortex, Blade Blast of Unloading, maybe be able to make some explodey stuff go on if I can get some charms. We'll see how it goes. I was also pretty interested when I saw the animate weapon of Ranged Arms. It looks like it could be a lot of fun. When I saw the gem, I was thinking about some kind of, impale, animate weapon build, maybe poison, I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it could be fun. It could be something a bit different. I haven't played an animate weapon build in ages. I don't know when the last time I played one was, so could be fun. Also quite intrigued by the Wildwood Ascendencies. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be messing around with Warden of the Magi early, and if I can get some decent charms, I'm going to swap over to Wildwood Primalist later probably. Warden should be really strong for leveling with attacks. Tinctures are kind of Pathfinder at home a bit. And you should be able to do some silly stuff with the Micro Distillery Belt, which might be as rare as heck, I don't know. I'm most interested in the Primalist. Some of the charms might be good enough to enable builds, and specifically from the reveal, I'm thinking about that Chaos Explodey charm that they showed. Cursed enemies you or your minions kill have 14% chance to explode, dealing a quarter of their maximum life as chaos damage. That's really good. That could be very, very strong. The fact that it mentions minions is also part of the reason why I'm so keen to play a minion build. The charms remind me of the Sanctified Relics from 3.20. It remains to be seen whether they're as stronger, we'll find out as we go along. My Atlas strategy early will probably revolve around Expedition and Jun. Expedition because Rog is PoG early. You get lots of bubblegum currency from Tujin, which is going to be really useful this league for GCPs, as well as all of your mapping currency and stuff like that. And also just because I like logbooks, I will quite happily spend several days near the start of the league smashing logbooks. It's fun. A lot of people don't like the downtime from doing that, but I actually quite like having a movie on and just spamming Tujin's inventories or crafting with Rog. I will probably throw some Harvest into my League Start Atlas strategy. I also will want some of the juice for some crafting stuff that I've been thinking about, as well as flipping some Scarabs and Delirium Orbs early for currency. Harvest will be my lowest priority for points. It'll be sort of Expedition, Jun, Harvest in order of priority. I will probably keep Jun in my Atlas strategy until I get the Betrayal Crafts that I want, and I might also do some Katarinas depending on how my build goes. I'll mostly do this for Cinder Swallow urns for flask mods, but I may also sell some Ashling crafts and things like that on TFT. I intend to run red altars at League Start. GCPs are going to be really handy, as well as things like, your sextants and all that kind of stuff. I'm really looking forward to Affliction League. I like the look of the league mechanic. Let's just hope it doesn't need a bunch of numerical buffs because the loot isn't good enough. Looking forward to sharing a bunch of content with you guys as I go through the league, and I hope you have an excellent League Start. Cheers!